Hello there, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me. I recently watched a video from Hannah from Hello Catwalk City, and I will link Hannah's channel down below in the description box. And Hannah was talking about the bags she has in her collection that she never gets tired of. And it made me think about all of these. And it made me think about the bags in my own collection. What are the bags that I never get bored of, I never get tired of, that no matter how long I have them and how much I use them, I still love them and get excited by them and want to use them. And I thought it was a fabulous idea. It did give me some pause for thought on some of these bags, though it did make me really think. But I'm going to share with you today the 8 bags that I have in my collection that I never, ever get tired of, no matter how many times I use them. And the first one will come as no surprise. Of course, the first one is my Louis Vuitton Neverfull in the GM size in the monogram. I have had this bag, there's another version of it over there, and once that bag really needed some TLC and repair, I bought this one, but it's exactly the same. The only difference is this has got the pink interior and the one over there has the beige interior and the old-fashioned script writing. But I have effectively had one of these bags for 12 years straight. And for 12 years straight, I have been using this bag every single day, apart from probably lockdown. This is my work bag. I take this to work every single day. I take this on every single holiday we've went on. I take this every time I go anywhere that I'm carrying a lot of stuff. I took this today to the hairdresser because my youngest is scared of the hairdresser, and when I go I have to bring Blanky and Teddy and all the different things in the bag, and this is what comes. Even having used this bag every day for 12 years, I'm not bored of it. I'm not tired of it. I have never got tired of this bag. I have never got to the point that I looked at this bag and thought, I'm bored of you, I don't love you anymore. I bought the Chanel DeVille thinking that I would swap in and out, and so as I wasn't using this every day and I would have some variety. And I sold the Chanel DeVille having used it once. This bag for me is an absolute, it's a no-brainer. I absolutely love it. And regardless of how much use she gets, never ever get tired of this. Actually, I think will be surprising, and I don't think you would have got this version of it. And it is the Louis Vuitton Mini Capucines in the black. Now don't get me wrong, I have 2 pink versions. This one over here, and there's one behind the chair I think in the deep magenta type colour. I love both of those. And it's not that I get bored of those. I don't. I love them. But I have a lot of pink bags. This bag, for me, there's something special about. This is the first Mini Capucines that I ever bought. Every time I look at this bag with the plexiglass handle and the blue inlay, I'm kind of blown away about this bag again. Every time I pick it up, every time I look at it, I love this bag. It never gets old for me. I never think, oh, I can't be bothered using that, or I wish I had a different black bag for going out, or I wish I had a different version of that, or never. I never ever get bored of this or tired of this bag. I think this bag is fabulous, and I think if you're going to buy one of these bags at this amount of money, especially with what the Mini Capucines costs now, make sure you get the right one. Make sure you get one that is something else for you. It's something really special. That might be for you a plain colour. It might be one of the bright colours. It might be the exotic. Deb has the ostrich and she adores it. But at this sort of money, just make sure it's the one that makes your heart sing, because these bags, when you get the right one, these bags are fabulous. When these bags are done right and it's the combination that speaks to you, as annoying as they are to use, and I've lots of videos on that, these are not easy bags to use, but they're absolutely stunning. And this little beauty for me just never gets old. Number 3, I think a lot of you will have guessed correctly, and it is the Petite Mal in the monogram. Now, this fuchsia one over here is one of my all-time favourite bags. Love and adore it. This doesn't get old either. I love this bag. But if you're asking me a bag that I will never get tired of, it's this. I don't know why I didn't buy this bag sooner. Well, I do. It was the cost. I didn't really want to spend that much money for a little tiny box, but I should have bought it sooner. I absolutely love this bag. This is one of those bags that when I bought, I was surprised how much I loved. I was surprised how much I used. I was surprised that I looked to use this bag so much. And when I carry this bag, this is one of those bags that I really feel is a vibe when I carry it. I feel like I'm having a little moment to myself. I'm romanticizing my life and living myself best life and all those different things you see on YouTube. This one just does something to me. That sounds really strange, but there's just something about this bag that when I take her out and when I use her, I absolutely love, and I feel so good. I feel like it's just working, and she never gets tired, never gets old. I can't say enough good things about this bag. Again, an awful lot of money, but if you love this bag, she is fabulous. Number 4, many fingers is that? 4. And I'm picking 2 because I don't want to poke the bear again, and I've already had Meredith not very happy with me, and I'm not going to annoy her again, so I'm picking both of my sequenced Fendi Baguettes. This is the Deal and this is the Meredith. These are my 2 girls. These are my 2 girls, and I love both of them. Now this one's quite new. So Meredith, if I was saying this one, it's because this one's had longer to be tested, but I'm not leaving you out this time, and I adore both of these bags. This one I have had longer. No matter how many times I use this bag, how many times I take it out, how many times I look to use this, the feeling never dims. It never feels any less special. It never feels any less of a moment. And when we're talking about the prices that these bags are, I think that's where I'm getting to as to how they have to make me feel. When I use them, regardless of the brand, the price, whatever, when I use them, I have to get that feeling. I have to get the feeling that it's never less special and that I never feel that good with it, because they are so expensive. They have to be that good, and these 2 are both that for me. I love both of these. Admittedly, I've used this more because I've had it more, but look at this. Look at the fuchsia colour of this bag. Look at the sparkle, the sequenced. I'm a pink lover. It's fabulous. Every time I use one of these bags, this just puts Fendi on a pedestal for me, and my main collection, the most of it would not be Fendi. It's not that I have lots and lots of Fendi Baguettes and they're just my favourite bag of all time. They're not. I do love Fendi Baguettes, especially the Mini I have fallen in love with, but these 2, there's just something about these bags. They're just, it could be the Sex and the City connotation. I don't think it's just that. I think it's just how fabulous the bags are and how much I love to use them and how good I feel with them. Number 5 might be a little bit of a surprise. I think just because I don't think this is the bag that a lot of people would associate me with. When you look at this wall of colour behind me, I don't think this is what would scream Amelia at you, but it is the black Chanel classic flap in the caviar. This bag never gets old for me, and I know that it's probably one of my most boring, if we can say that, without getting screamed at down the screen, but probably one of my most boring bags, and I love it. It never gets old. It never feels less special. This for me was a real achievement. Buying this was a professional goal. I bought this to market with. I had always said if I reached that particular achievement, this is what I would buy. I suppose there is that connotation with it, but again, I don't think it's just that. I think it's because this is so classic, so Chanel, that Chanel for me was always something that I couldn't afford and was aspiring to be able to have and work towards. The black it is a work bag for me. It is that type of aesthetic. It's something that I wear with suits and with coats and I take to certain meetings. But every time I do take this bag, never gets old. Never get bored of it. Even though it's black, and plain black bags are not my favourite bags. I've talked about that a lot. They're not the bags that fill me with joy. They're not the bags that excite me. They're not the bags that I see on unboxings and go, oh my goodness, look what she bought. Plain black bags just don't do that for me. They're just, colour is my thing. But there is something about this, and I don't know if it's the tradition, the classic nature of it, the fact that it's a classic flap and I had wanted one for so long, everything that's associated with it, but it never gets old and I never get bored of it. Now I do have the chain extended, so mine fits really easily under my shoulder and fits really well cross-body. I did that to make this bag usable. I did not want this one sitting on a shelf. I didn't want not to be able to use and enjoy this bag. So mine has been altered to make it fit my lifestyle, but it just never gets old, never get bored. For being one of my most muted bags, absolutely love it. Number 6, and I've just changed my mind if you noticed the background change up there. I was going to show you the teal mini because that never gets old, but I think I'm going to show you this one. But to be honest, there's quite a few of the Chanel minis. Now, not everyone. Some of them I do go in phases with, and some of them I love less than others. But there are a few of the Chanel minis that I could pick up and tell you never get old and I never get bored with. But this is definitely one. This is the 18B purple lambskin. This is the colour that I went absolutely crazy for. This is the bag that took me ages to find. I had seen this bag on Jerusha and on Isabel. I love both of their channels. I just adored this bag. So this bag, when I look at it, I never lose the feels. I never find this bag less special. This colour never hits me less. It always makes me just, oh my goodness, you're beautiful, look at you. And it's chevron, which is my thing. It's like gold hardware. Love this bag, and just one of those colours, one of those combinations that I will never tire of. Number 7 I think's a bit predictable, so I'm sorry for being predictable, but it's the Birkin. And there's so much about this. It's the fact I never thought I would have a Birkin. It's the fact that I got the exact specifications that I wanted, and I had to go the reseller route to do that because I don't have a big Hermes profile. I don't buy a huge amount of Hermes. It's Rose Pourpre. I love this colour. It's pink with the purple undertone. This colour is my colour. I adore it. I love the silver hardware on it. I love how easy to use this is. I've said this in so many videos. I'm shouted at in so many videos. I just throw everything in. And yes, I know I need a handbag liner to protect the interior. I know that, and I still haven't done it. But I just throw things in and use it like a tote the way it's meant to. It's never closed. It's always kind of lying open. It's generally always got quite a bit in it. I put my book in it as well. And I love it. I never get tired of this, and thank goodness at the cost of it, because if I had got bored of this, I might have fallen out with myself. But this one, every time I pick it up, every time I use it, even though it's quite a classic, boring shape, has been described as, even though it's not the most funky bag in this room, I love it. And it's the colour of this one that does it for me. And I just love how easy she is, and I think it makes it fun. And every time I take this out, pick it up, never ever get bored of it. Number 8, if you're still with me, can you guess? Although I suppose the amount of them in the background is kind of giving me away a bit. I don't think you'll pick this one. I think this will be a surprise because it's this. And this was a surprise to me. I did not expect to love this bag as much as I do. But this bag in the summer, I don't reach for it in the winter, but that's not because it gets old or I get bored of it. It's because of what our winter's like. Not nice. In the summer, never get bored of this bag. I look to use this so much in the summer. It's one of my most used bags. It's also one of my least expensive bags, but it doesn't matter. It's the one that I love it. In the summer, because I'm generally in a t-shirt, not in a jumper, shorts, or whatever I'm wearing, this just works. And I love how casual it is. I love the vibe of it. I love the raffia. I love that it's soft. I love the stripes, the colours, all of it. I love this bag. This bag competes with some big hitters in this room. There's the Chanel up there. There's the blue tweed. You can't see it. This one. There's this Chanel tweed mini as well that is the same type of colour as this. This competes with them all, and this is the one that I use the most. I know I'm hearing that out loud and thinking myself, but I'm not going there in this video. But this is the one I love the most and never get bored of. This bag never gets old. For summer, for me, this bag gives me images of denim cutoffs, flip-flops, baggy t-shirt, dinner on the beach, the sunset on the beach, the smoker in the back with the lobster on it or the fresh fish. And I'm probably thinking of when Bestie and I were in Malaga, and that's exactly what we were doing. We were on the beach, the sun was setting over the beach, we were drinking cocktails, the fresh fish was being made. I was wearing that casual of an outfit. I didn't have a scrape of makeup on. I think my hair was thrown back, and I had this. And this is what sums this bag. That is what this bag sums up to me. It makes me think of when I lived in Australia and spent every night on the beach eating pizza. Very casual, very light-hearted, just summer fun. Love it. And I think I've waxed lyrical about this one enough. Love this little thing. Never get tired of it, never get bored of it. Those are the 8 bags in my collection that I never get tired of and never get bored of. I think there's been some surprises in there that maybe wasn't what you would expect me to pick. If there have, please do come into the comment box and let me know which ones you were surprised at. Let me know which ones you expected to see that you didn't see. Let me know which ones you agree with. And if there's any bags in your collection that you just never get bored of, let me know what they are in the comment box. Thank you so much for watching me. Thank you for joining me. Thank you for being here. If you have enjoyed this in any way, please do consider giving it a thumbs up. If you haven't yet, please do consider subscribing, and if you're not done with me yet, I'm going to leave another video for you on the screen to enjoy. Thank you so much for being here. Please take care, and I will see you again in the next one.